time last year looking at our 5-year vision for the council, and particularly how this would be developed in terms of a one statement. And the statement at the top, I think, encompasses everything that we want to achieve: a responsive and effective council, protecting and promoting the interests of residents and businesses, and safeguarding our environment while maintaining a community for all. I think that really does encapsulate what we're here for. Like most councils, finance is a major issue for us. The government continues to put pressure on us, not only all the public services, but particularly local authorities. And I think it's always useful at the beginning just to show where we get our income from. So if you see on the first sort of pie chart, you can see how much income we get and where it comes from. If you look at the council tax, which is 14.3 million, and the fees and charges 16.5 million, that's 30 million pounds. Well, that's probably about 80% of the income we get. We get about 20% from other small balances there and from the government, i.e. the retained business rates. Who spends your council tax? There's always an issue where we have to explain to people about the council tax. We are the collecting authority, we deliver the bills, but as you can see, the money you pay, 75% of it goes to Surrey County Council, 14% to the police, and only 11% to Elmbridge. So when people complain about where their money is spent, that's where the majority of it does go. Now, over the last 8 years, we spent a lot of time in this chamber discussing the level of council tax. In the last 8 years, Elmbridge council tax has gone up 11%. Now, to set that as a benchmark, RPI is up 23% and CPI is up 16%. Now, like most things, in hindsight, perhaps over the 8 years, we should have raised our council tax, our portion of council tax, slowly and surely, because that would have raised our base level. But we didn't anticipate how long this government was going to continue to put pressure on us. They want us to deliver the services, we want to deliver better services, yet they are reducing the support to us. Each year, this council has a legal duty to set a balanced budget. So we sit down with the officers really from the beginning of each year and go through all the services and look at the most cost-effective way of delivering them. But we put that sort of chart up to see and to show you how much government support for this council and for most local authorities has been reduced over the last few years. Now, in 2016, the government decided that they would give us a 4-year settlement because we were always complaining that we had to do our balance, our, let's say, future predictions simply on a year-by-year basis. This wasn't good enough, and I think they acknowledged that, and they gave us a 4-year settlement. On a decreasing scale, I might say, but still a 4-year settlement. So we were able to have a bit more of a longer-term view of where our finances were going. We're now at the end of that 4-year period, and we all know what's been happening politically. And for the next year, we're basically staying where we are. There is no changes. We're still waiting for them to do their fair funding review, and most importantly for us is the business rate review. That is going to be crucial to the way that we get any money from central government at all. As a council, we have acknowledged for several years that this was likely to be the case. So we have been doing our hardest, not only to look at our services and how we deliver them and the costs involved, but also we have been investing in property. We've now got a portfolio of just under £100 million, all of which is invested in money in Elmbridge properties. There are some councils who have invested considerable sums more than us, but that has been across the country. We have decided, I think quite rightly, that we want to invest money in our people, in our facilities across the borough. Over the next few years, next 3 years, our medium-term financial strategy shows us that we are going to have to find £5 million. It's a staggering sort of money for this sort of council. It will cause us a lot of heartache. It will cause those services and what we charge for some of the discretionary services that we currently pride ourselves on. We have balances and we use them judiciously, but eventually you can only spend balances once. So it is vitally important that we review our services consistently to ensure that we're getting best value for money. This is probably the most important slide I shall talk about this evening. As Councillor Mrs Marshall has mentioned, she pushed it very, very hard in July of this year. This council declared a climate emergency. Now, there was some debate in this chamber about the date at which we should soon do that, and we felt 2030 was an appropriate timescale on which to look at then reducing our carbon footprint. Local authorities have to take up the cudgel. We have to be seen to be leading this. Many, many other government and other organisations, including local authorities, have put 2050 as a target. It is our view that 2050 just pushes it down the road. This is an issue that has to be addressed now. Again, this will cause us a lot of heartaches, and there will be some tough decisions to make in order for us to comply, and this is what we want to do to achieve that carbon neutrality for this council by 2030. We've already started this. We've employed the Carbon Trust, who are helping us to analyse our carbon footprint. This is obviously Tonbridge Borough Council properties and assets. Analyse our properties to see what we can do. Again, they've just started the process. Once the process moves further through 2020, that will form the baseline of what we can do. In the short term, we continue to support community. We have over 100 refill stations for water in the borough, which I think is amazing. We've just started to come up with policies to reduce the use of single-use plastics. We started our inaugural Green Awards Fund at our Retailers Award this year. So all the time we are trying to improve our carbon footprint. And as this year progresses and in future years, we will continue to push the people that are through our supply chains and who deliver services through us and our contracts and our procurement to ensure that they're doing their bit to help us to reduce our carbon footprint. The difficulty sometimes is that technology is not up to speed with what we want to do. I'll just give you one example. We have 15 community vehicles which we use to support the elderly and vulnerable in the community. They're all diesel. These are large vehicles. The vast majority of them have lifts at the back. Now, there is no vehicle on the market currently which is an electric vehicle and can provide that sort of lift at the back. It is apparently too draining on the batteries. So whilst we want to do these changes and we want to do them rapidly, technology and the market will have to catch up with us.